Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another beginner biome-based tutorial. Today I'll be doing the dark oak forest biome. With this is a more medieval themed house. The base includes lots of storage, a quick access storage in the front, as well as 10 furnaces for all your storage base needs. The add-ons for this bay includes a basement with a basic mushroom farm, as well as a fully fledged farm which can grow anything like wheat, carrots, or potatoes, any plants that grow like those. And with that being said, let's get right into the tutorial. Okay, so to start off with, this tutorial is going to be a little bit different than the previous tutorials that I've been making. This will be a lot shorter than the other ones because I'm not building every single block for you guys to see, because you guys don't need to see that. You guys just need to see diagrams and schematics. This is a much more efficient way for me to show you guys how to make the builds that I'm making. But with that being said, let's just jump right into the first step. Super simple. You're just going to be making a really wide T-shape perimeter. So for the top half, you're going to have stone brick. Each of the corners are going to be dark oak logs. And then on the bottom part of the T is going to be dark oak planks. And then with each of those corners, again, dark oak logs. Something to keep in mind, it's kind of hard to see in the diagram because dark oak planks and dark oak logs look very similar. But when it goes in a little bit from the wide part of the T to the end part of the T, there's actually 2 dark oak logs on each of those. So it goes dark oak log, stone brick, dark oak log, and then goes down in dark oak planks. So it's kind of hard to see the diagram just because of the colors, but that's what you're going to do for the base. For the next step, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fill in the bottom part of the T with normal oak planks, but then for the second last row that you'd be filling with oak planks, you're going to want to put in barrels. Vertically is one of the ways I did it. You can do it horizontally, whichever way you think looks best. It's up to you. But then for the top part, you're going to want to make a perimeter with dark oak planks all the way around, perimetering the stone brick. And then to fill it in, you're going to want to have a checkerboard pattern of dark oak planks and stripped dark oak logs laid horizontally so you can see the bark. So after you've made the main platform, for each of the logs you placed on the top part of the T, you're going to want to put 4 logs on top of each of those. On the bottom part of the T, you're only going to want to put down 3. From there, on the bottom part of the T, you're going to want to connect the two vertically standing logs with half slabs connected on the top part. In the middle, you're going to put a crafting table. And then on the way back up through the T, you're going to put 1 half slab and a stair going back downwards on either sides to make it symmetrical. In between the railings, in the back, you're going to want to put a double chest on either side. And then optionally, when there's 3 blocks in between the double chests, you can actually put an infinite water spring there if you want, or you can just leave it blank. After you've put down the double chests and whatnot, you're going to want to put oak slabs, 3 of them on either side, that goes into the opening onto the little platform there. So now, on the top part of the T, you're going to want to make the base as shown on the screen right now, which is essentially just 4 blocks tall. So you're going to make it as tall as you've made the wood pillars, and then you're going to have a lip that goes around the top there. And the front, only the front is going to be dark oak planks. The rest of it is going to be stripped dark oak logs that go around the sides as well as the back, as shown from this pan shot here. So you can also see that there's 2 1x2 windows on the side, as well as 2 2x2 windows at the back, with a single stripped dark oak pillar right down the middle, with also 2 stripped dark oak logs going out in the back. This will be used for something later. The next step is going to be shown on screen right now. So you're going to be making an incomplete roof out of half slabs, as well as completing the archway on the back. So your 3 high logs that you put on the the bottom part of your T is now going to have a dark oak half slab on top of it, and then in between the two pillars, you're going to put a solid dark oak plank, and then connect the two with dark oak logs, as you can kind of see in the bottom there. Now, the diagram in the top right is not actually for that platform. It's actually for the underneath the roof. So on either side of the roof, you can see it from the diagram shown there, but underneath the middle part of the roof there's actually two stairs that kind of connect the poles to the roof there. And I put in the diagram here just so you guys can see that there is actually an extra block there because you can't see it from this angle here. The next step is going to be doing the front entrance. Most of it can be seen in the picture here that you're going to want to copy. You can pause and see that. But some key things to note here are the two stairs that are directly above and on either side of the door on the top, kind of going up like that. Next thing to note there is that I've actually replaced you can't see anymore the dark oak planks that are on the far sides of either side that are now covered with trapdoors. Those will come in importance later in the build when we're going to be replacing them with something else. Next thing is super simple. All you're going to want to do is put down some stairs on the inside. You can kind of see in the picture there, but basically the stairs reach the roof, ending just to the right of the left window. One other thing to add as well is because the stairs go up to the next floor, I'm actually going to be putting down two stairs going upwards that are in between both of the windows on either side that will go kind of like an archway to kind of connect the walls to the floor of the next floor. And then of course on top of the stairs that you just placed, you're going to have stripped dark oak logs, and then you're going to fill in everything else with dark oak planks. Now that you've finished the floor of the next story of your house, next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to make a platform on top of the incomplete half slab roof that you just made. The platform you're going to be making is going to be 6 long, 5 wide, with 3 half slabs at the entrance to that to kind of step up, and those trapdoors you put down earlier are actually going to be concealing 2 grass blocks or dirt blocks if you don't want to get them. Doesn't really matter, up to you. But those trapdoors are going to be concealing those dirt blocks that we have on either side there, so you don't see them when you're walking into the roof. And then the next thing you're going to see is you're going to see the roof design. This is going to be basically the same shape going all the way back. And so, as you can see, only like the first 2 layers are what's important here to kind of follow. Is you're going to see the general shape. Next thing up is you're going to put down the wall. So, the key thing to see here is that I've now replaced most of the roof blocks with oak because I want it to be rimmed with dark oak, but then have normal oak in between. And then as well, you're gonna have a 3 high window. And then from the wall, you're just gonna want to repeat all of those same blocks aside from the dark oak logs that you're gonna see on either side of the bottom there. You're gonna want to replace those with dark oak planks moving forward. And it's kind of just more the same, repeated over and over again, except for the fact that you can see that I kind of go up a little bit after kind of 2 blocks of the roof. So on the second repeated wall, you can see that there's actually a half slab on the top part of the block rather than a stair, followed by a half slab next to the first oak block on the bottom with a lantern, and then followed by it going back down with a half slab. And then you're just going to want to complete it without any of the flares on the side. So no stair, no half slab. You're just going to want to have it go straight down. After you've completed those walls, it's going to be a bunk bed with a desk. Basic way to say it. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, now we're going to start off from the left side if you're looking from the thing that you just finished. So on the left side, it's actually going to be a little bit taller. So the first frame here we're going to see is some important stuff. So important things to note here is that we're going to actually have a bit of a lip going out attached to the dark oak logs. These are dark oak slabs going across the top there, and then you have 3 grass blocks going across covered with spruce trapdoors. And then same roof design here. Next block is going to be the wall, and this again is going to be more different blocks. So on the bottom there you can see little dark oak fences, and then on top of those there actually is going to be 3 dark oak stairs going up into the kind of upside down T shape of dark oak logs. And then of course the placement of those dark oak planks are so that from the outside you don't see random little bits of oak on the side. But then the top is still oak so that the roof it looks consistent. After that is you're going to want to fill in all the bottom there. And then on top you're going to put 2 double chests and a barrel going in between. Next wall over, you're going to have 4 double chests stacking on top of each other with another two barrels, and then you're just going to want to repeat the same, except this now has 2 dark oak logs right next to the grass block you just put down. And then what you can do is you're going to put down an azalea bush with leaves on top, or you can put down a too high plant if you don't want the azalea bush in there as well. Now going back onto the other side, pretty much the exact same thing. So the first 2 exactly the same, and then immediately afterwards what you're going to want to do is instead of having those 2 double chests with a barrel in the middle, you're just going to want to put dark oak planks there, because the layer immediately afterwards is you're going to have 5 barrels stacked in front of that with 10 furnaces underneath it. And then next frame, now unfortunately I forgot to put down the dark oak logs there in the left there, but they're supposed to be there, so this frame is technically a little bit wrong. You know, you can put in the logs there. And then the next one afterwards, exactly the same. The azalea bush with the completed there. Also, another thing to note here is that the solid block that you're seeing instead of the stair is actually just a corner stair that's connecting the 2 stairs there together. Okay, so now that you're almost finished the roof, now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to complete the opposite side that you're looking at from the camera here. And then on the inside, you're going to want to put down 3 fences going down, and then on the 3rd one, make a plus sign. And then on the bottom, you can put down your lanterns. And then we're just going to finish up the roof there. And now we're going to go down to the back here. Now this is what the finished back is going to look like. It's just 2 planters, 3 wide, and then trapdoors on either side of the window. Kind of look like window shutters. And then that center plank, you're just going to have kind of stairs to kind of go up and then back. So 4 stairs like that. And then 1 lantern on the outer part of that the jutting out log there. Next thing you're going to want to do is you can look at this, you can freeze frame it, but if you want a little thing to look out for here is that the stairs on the top right and left are different than the ones on the bottom left and right. The ones on the bottom left and right are connecting the bottom to the side logs, while the ones at the top are actually going stairs going in towards the wall rather than just connecting the top and the bottom. So that's just another thing to look out for here. Okay, the build's done. You've done all the steps. The house itself is finished. For those of you who are astute enough to notice that the basement was not in this tutorial, that is because the basement is considered a add-on. So I'll be going into that after this main part. So for those of you who don't want a basement in this house, then you're all done. You're good to go. The other thing that is also absent from this is the farm. However, that is super basic, just square with fence around, with just a scarecrow in the middle with a jack-o'-lantern to help light up the center. That's all that is. So if you want to add that as well, you can go for it. It's just connected to the front porch. And with that being said, for those of you who are done, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more tutorials like this. But those of you who want to see the basement, then I'll get into that right now. Okay, so for the basement, it's actually not too big, which is nice for you guys because you don't need to clear out as much room. But it's also in the preview, I put in a small mushroom farm. However, it's not that useful. So instead, what I'll be doing as a kind of a variant off of that is I'll actually be doing a storage room in the bottom, because that's obviously going to be more useful for you guys. If you need extra space, then you can just make this as an add-on to your house without having to add on to anything into the house physically. You can just go in the basement, just add a bunch of whatever storage you need, if in case the storage that the house already has is not enough for you. And so with that being said, let's get into the first step. Okay, so for the first step, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut out an L shape in the corner. Put down a stair going down, and then on the way down, what I did is I put just full blocks in the corners, just so then it's a little bit nicer to go up and down rather than forcing another stair in the corner. I don't really like doing that. And then again, going all the way down. When you loop back around, you're going to want to use just 3 stairs going down. And then you can see that I have 2 poles of stripped dark oak on the end there. Those are going to signify the entrance to the basement there. When you get down to the bottom, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to clear out a 8 by 11 and 3 high room with this pattern on the floor. So you're going to have stone brick surrounding. This is going to be the floor. The dirt on the edges is going to be whatever the ground is there. It could be stone, could be dirt, could be whatever. But then also the stone brick extra on the end, those are going to be there as you'll see later, because those are still visible because of the blocks that I use. Also at the back, there's going to be stripped oak on the bottom because you will partially see that later. And then from there, just follow the layers on the roof. I filled it in with stone brick. The roof has a ring of stone brick, the same on the floor. However, there's a different pattern. So I'll show on screen right now. This is going to be the pattern. So it's going to have a ring of stone brick, and then you're going to have a pillar cutting across in the middle, which is going to be stripped dark oak logs, and then the oak in the diagram is going to be upside down stairs, and then the dark oak planks in the diagram are going to be half slabs on the roof. And then going back around, it's going to be the exact same thing, mirrored, except for the front wall, which is just going to be some nice stripped oak along the bottom with just normal oak planks along the back wall. So the basement, super simple, super easy. Main difficult part here is just clearing out an 8x11 room, 3 high. It should fit underneath the house, so you don't need to worry about any of the flooring interfering with anything in the basement, obviously. And then that's it. So this will be ending number 2 for those of you who finished all the way through. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be making more videos in the future about a variety of different builds and different biomes. It's kind of the whole point of this. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.